We're going to take up one more problem on projections of laminas. How to solve this problem and analyze by using the sketchbook. The problem number is 108 and it reads as a pentagonal lamina having edges 25 mm is placed on one of its corners on HP such that the surface makes an angle of 30 degrees with HP and perpendicular bisector of the edge passing through the corner on which the lamina rests appears to be inclined at 30 degrees to VP. Draw the top and front views of the lamina. So he says a pentagonal lamina having edges 25 mm is placed one of its corners on HP. As he says, it is the pentagon is the odd number of sides. Whether it is resting on corner or the side, always one of the sides has to be perpendicular to VP. So we have to construct in, and also he says it makes an angle of 30 degrees with HP. So in the initial position, we make that the surface of the lamina makes 0 degree with HP. So that means it is parallel to HP. Since it is parallel to HP, so we are getting the true shape here. And we have considered the corner on the left side and the side is on the right side. Either we can take like this, or you can take the side is on the left side and the corner is on the other side, in order to have the explanation to become simplified. So that is the reason why we have taken the corner is on the left side. So first we will draw the pentagon on horizontal plane as the sides are parallel to HP. So we are getting the true shape in the horizontal plane, and as the surface is perpendicular to VP, so you are getting a line in the front view. As we look from the top view, A, B, C, D, E are the sides of the pentagon, and AM is the line which is the perpendicular bisector passing through the corner. So since the corner is the one which is resting on HP, so that we have to consider AM. And here, when you look from the side front view, ABC is near to the observer. So A dash, B dash, C dash is visible. M, D, E, that is M dash and D dash and E dash, all are in brackets. So this is how we can give in the two-dimensional analysis also. Now, as we see to the next position, so is placed on one of its corners on HP such that the surface makes an angle of 30 degrees with HP. So here it is resting on one of its corners on HP and the surface makes an angle of 30 degrees with HP. So once the surface makes an angle of 30 degrees with HP, but still that surface is perpendicular to VP. So that is the reason why you are getting a line. As the surface becomes inclined, then the perpendicular bisector of the edge passing through the corner is also become inclined with respect to HP. And so this is M. And so we can see A dash, M dash here. And as we see from the front view, ABC is near to the observer. So A dash, B dash, C dash is visible. M dash, D dash and E dash is away from the observer. So it becomes invisible. So this is how you will be able to see that. And similarly here also we can see that the surface here A dash, B dash, C dash is visible and D dash, M dash and E dash becomes invisible. And as the surface becomes inclined at 30 degrees to HP, so the perpendicular bisector passing through this edge becomes in apparent length. Then he says, and the lamina, the perpendicular bisector of the edge passing through the corner on which the lamina rests appears to be inclined at 30 degrees to VP. So since he has given the appears, so that means it looks like the inclination appears to be inclined at 30 degrees to VP. So obviously that means he has given the apparent inclination. As we know that this is in the apparent length. So you just reproduce the second position top view here and then get the corresponding front view. So that is what we have done here. The perpendicular bisector is passing through the corner on which it rests appears to be inclined at 30 degrees to VP. So this is how you will be able to rotate the surface. And once you rotate the surface, and then when you look from the front view, ABC is near to the observer. So A dash, B dash, C dash is visible, and again the D dash and M dash, D dash and E dash are also it becomes visible because of that surface inclination. So this is how you will be able to analyze this problem in the 3D and also on 2D. Now we will try to solve this problem by using the sketchbook. So first we are going to draw the XY line, and you mark BP and HP. Draw the XY line with a thin line. Then by using then measure 25 mm in the horizontal plane and 25 mm horizontal plane, and then you mark this point as C and D. Then by using the protractor with C as center with respect to the line CD, you measure an angle of 108 degree, which is the included angle. Then draw an inclined line with D as center. Again, with respect to the line CD, measure an included angle of 108 by using the protractor, and you draw this inclined line. And then by using the compass, you measure the distance of 25 mm with C as center. Cut an arc on this 25 degree line, and also similarly 108 degree line, and also with D as center, cut an arc on this inclined line of 108 degrees. Then you mark this point as B, and also you mark this point as E. Then with B as center, taking the same radius of 25, draw an arc, and with E as center, cut on the previously drawn arc, so that you will going to get this point A. Then join A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to A with a dark line. Then join A with the midpoint of 25 mm. You will going to get small m, and you draw this as a thin line. Then you draw a vertical projector from A to the XY line, and B and E to the XY line, and C, D, and M to the XY line. And then, as we see from the front view, ABC is near to the observer, so A dash, B dash, C dash is visible. M, D, and E is away from the observer, so you mark this as D dash in bracket, M dash in bracket, and E dash in bracket. Join A dash to C dash with a dark line. Now you take any convenient distance from the first position front view, and you mark this point as A dash. By using the protractor with respect to the XY line, you measure 30 degrees and draw an inclined line. Then by using the compass, you measure the distance from A dash to C dash with A dash as center, cut on the 30 degree line, and you mark this point as C dash, and then D dash in bracket and M dash in bracket. Then you measure the distance from A dash to B dash and transfer from A dash and draw an arc on that 30 degree line, and you mark this point as B dash and E dash. Then join A dash to C dash with a dark line. Now we need to write the top view. So to draw a top view, draw a vertical projector from A dash to the top view, and draw a horizontal projector from A. Both these two lines will going to intersect at this point. You mark this point as A. Then draw a vertical projector from B dash and E dash to the top view, and draw a horizontal projector from B and E from the first position top view. And both these two lines will going to intersect at this point. You mark this point as B, and then you mark this point as E. Similarly, draw a vertical projector from C dash, D dash, and M dash, and draw a horizontal projector from C, and then from M, and then from D. All these three lines will going to intersect on these lines at C. You mark this point as C here, and then M here, and then D here. Then join A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to A with a dark line. So AM will going to be the perpendicular bisector. As this perpendicular bisector is inclined at 30 degrees to HP, obviously there you are going to get the apparent length. Since he has given the apparent inclination, then you rewrite this top view here. To do that, consider any point, and from there draw a thin horizontal line, and you mark this point as A. Then by using the protractor with respect to the horizontal, you measure an angle of 30 degrees and draw an inclined line, and it should be a thin line. Then by using the compass, you measure the distance from A to M of the second position top view, and transfer from A and cut an arc on that 30 degree line, and you mark this point as M. Through M, you draw a perpendicular to this inclined line AM, and then you measure the distance from A to this point, and similarly from A, you transfer it on that AM line, and then through this point, you draw a perpendicular to this inclined line AM as shown. Then you measure the distance from this point to B, and also from this point to E, and by using the compass, and from this point you transfer it on this side to get the point B, and also from this point towards this side to get the point E. Similarly, you draw a perpendicular from through this point M to this inclined line AM. Then you measure the distance from M and M to C of the second position top view, and also from M to D by using the compass. Both will going to have the same distances, and transfer from M towards the bottom side to get this point C, and from here M towards the top side to get this point D. Then mark this point as A, B, C, M, D, and E. Then join A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to A with a dark line. Then draw a vertical projector from A to the XY line, and you will going to get this point as A dash, and draw a horizontal projector from B dash and A dash, and draw a vertical projector from B and E. Both these two lines will going to intersect this horizontal projector at B dash here and at E dash here. Then similarly, draw a horizontal projector from C dash and D dash, and draw a vertical projector from C and D. Both these two lines will intersect on the horizontal projector of C dash and D dash here, and you will going to get this point as C dash here and D dash here. Then mark them as A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash. Then join A dash to B dash, B dash to C dash, C dash to D dash, D dash to E dash, E dash to A dash with a dark line. So this is how you will be able to complete the sketch, and then show the dimensions. This is at 30 degrees and this is also at 30 degrees, and this distance is 25. This dimensions of 38.4710, and then this is 33.3169, and this distance 33.3169 is shown only for the reference. So, and how do I know that my problem is right? Even in the end position, the corner is resting on HP, and the perpendicular bisector passing through the corner, this perpendicular bisector passing through the corner appears to be inclined to VP at 30 degrees, and the surface makes an angle of 30 degrees to HP, and this is a side of 25 mm. So this is how you will be able to analyze and solve the problem in the sketchbook. Thank you.